Hey guys, it's Nicole again with Cupcakes, Cocktails, and Conversation. I felt that it was time for me to talk a little bit about Derrick Jaxn. I'm sure that it's been going around the internet. It's taken over a small portion of the internet that's kind of into the relationship videos and the gossip columns and things of that nature. And I have to say that I found Derrick Jaxn maybe 3-4 years ago. Found him maybe 3-4 years ago, and he, I seen his videos. I was like, okay, this dude is talking. I was like, all right, talk your stuff. Like you got it. You understanding what's going on in the relationship world. You understanding what's going on with women and men. I got you. Watched a couple of videos. I was like, all right. A couple more videos. I was like, okay. A couple more videos. I was like, so you just bash men, and it's like, so you're a man that bashes men. And for me, I don't get that. Like, I get the marketing strategy. This is what women want to hear. It's at the expense of other men. I don't like that personally. I think that it's very one-sided. And as a man, I don't think you should be just not. You kind of got to ride for your people a little bit, like tell the truth, but kind of ride. Like, you can't do it at the expense of others. So anyway, that's neither here or there, So as of recently, it's come out that Derrick Jaxn, relationship guru, relationship expert, I think a couple of months ago we found out he actually had a wife. It's come out now that he cheated on his wife. He originally went live, which people recorded, and he said he did not cheat. He said in his Bill Clinton voice that he had a sexual relationship without having sex. Okay, still cheating. But and nobody knows what that means. I don't know if that's like sending videos back and forth, inappropriateness, sexual talking, and then they never seen each other and had sex with each other. The next day he comes out with a video with his wife, and he had sexual relations with these women, and he's been cheating on his wife the whole time. There was a lot of talk about God and his relationship with God, and being upset with the Lord and things of that nature. Now he's delivered and all this other stuff. His wife came on board for this video that he held her hand. This fly is killing me. As tight as possible. She had her nails done. I say that for a reason, but she had her nails done, and she had her bonnet on. She clearly had no bra on, sweater, some acid wash jeans, and and she was supposed to stand there with her husband and save his business. As he said, I cheated on my wife, I was unfaithful. He said Derrick Jaxn cheated. He spoke in the third person. That says a lot. And she went on to say that I've known this and I left, and now that I've seen that he's changed, I've stayed. To be honest, that's completely their business. There are plenty of us women, and I say us women, who have been saying it's really our business. No one can tell anyone that they can leave. They can't put themselves in other people's positions and speak on what they would do. It's just not fair. You don't know anybody's situation. You don't know anybody's heart. You don't know anything about them. You only know about you and your claims of what you would do or have done in the past. This fly is killing me. I hate this country. So there was some backlash about Derrick Jaxn, and I'm gonna say this. The first thing is, you guys have to stop putting so much stock in people. You get on you listen to these people, and they're giving you 5 reasons or 7 reasons, or 10 things you have to do to get this, this, and this, and it's like these step-by-step programs, and these are people that have zero expertise in these matters. These are people that have not gone to school for these things. They don't have degrees in psychology, counseling. They haven't done any research. They haven't done any case studies. They haven't done these things to prove that these are facts. These are opinions. And if you take these things as an opinion versus advice and facts, you have an easier way digesting some of this information. Like me, for instance, I don't give advice. I believe in not giving advice to people for a reason, because if I give you advice, you take that advice and it goes wrong, you didn't blame me for the advice. No, I can give you an opinion, and at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you, do what you think is right for you. No one can do that. But when we look at these people on YouTube in social media and these podcasts, and we're just taking advice. This is not advice. These are not hard facts. They did not do studies. Even Kevin Samuels, he does a lot of statistics, but he doesn't have a study that says that the things that he's saying is proven facts and they work, because that stuff takes time. He would have to take the people that he has successfully match made, and they are getting rings, they get married, and you have to see how that works out and how that lasts. Because it's working to get the person, that doesn't mean you're going to keep the person. So you can't, he can't say that his methods are proven to work. Yeah, he put like people together, you're going to get people that like each other. And so that's what he does in his manosphere. He puts people with the same like minds together, and they're bound to get together. Now, whether or not those marriages are going to last 10, 15, 20 years down the line, you won't know until 10, 15, 20 years down the line. There's nothing that you can do or say right now to say these things are facts. Same thing with Derrick Jaxn. He's putting this stuff out in the atmosphere, but how he's presenting it is as if he's perfect. And that's where he went wrong. We are all fallible people. We all make mistakes. We all have our own demons. He's a man at the end of the day. And man, you know, they fail. No man is perfect. But when you put yourself out there and that is your brand, you messed up your brand. People are saying, oh, how are we forgiving Derrick Jaxn? Forgiveness? That forgiveness is for his family and his wife. That's it. We ain't got to forgive this man. He doesn't need our forgiveness. He owes his fans. He owes the people that have subscribed to him and hung on to his every word. But those people, shame on you, because these are not proven techniques. And he wasn't speaking from a place of, I've been there, I do these things, and this is how I know these things about the males, you know, about men. You know, that's not what he's putting out in the world. Now, if you put that out in the world in that way, I'm like, yo, I've done it. I understand it. Like me, if I'm going to have a conversation with you guys, I'm having this conversation because of life experiences, and I know what goes, you know, I've seen things, what goes on. I've been in different climates, and I've been in different atmospheres, and I've been around different people that's giving me a good insight on a lot of things in the world. You know, between traveling, you know, the military helps me be around people from different walks of life that I would have normally been around. You know, just being just straight New Yorker. You know, life is different in different parts of the country. People think differently. You know, I have a lot of conversations with people to understand their way of living. So from that, I feel like I like to have conversations. I might give you my opinion of how I feel about something, but it's never advice. You have to stop taking advice from people. Pick their brains. See what their thoughts are. And once you get their thoughts and you see what their opinions are, then you have to make a conscious decision to make a decision for yourself. So do not put all this stock in the Derrick Jaxns and the Kevin Samuels and anybody else that, even the guy Stephen Speaks, he has some good stuff, but his is steps. And his stuff is aligned with God, and that's good if that's what you want to hear. I think the things that he says is good. Would I take it as advice? Absolutely not. You can't give me advice. All I can hear is what you're saying and taking it as an opinion, and then do what I want with that opinion. Just a little bit more about what people are saying about Derrick Jaxn's wife and her appearance, and they're like, well, this is why he cheated. And then people are like, oh, that's not fair for him to say that. Here's the thing. A man's going to cheat if that's what he wants to do. If he wants to, or women, if that's what they want to do. If you give them an excuse, they will do it. If you look at this young lady's Instagram page, it's a little heartbreaking to see. I don't think there's anything wrong with being, you know, embracing God and being religious. But there is something to be said about somebody that's overly religious and seems to have a lot of self-esteem issues. And I want to say like that almost borderline cult-like mentality that it makes you question what's going on in their psyche and what do they need to heal and help themselves. But the way she dressed on that video is the way she dresses in all the videos. She no longer does the makeup and the hair and stuff. She says she doesn't do that stuff anymore. That is not what God is wanting her to do. I understand and respect that. For you to be whoever you want to be. I do also say that while you can still say that you can't give a man reason to cheat, or it's not your fault that they cheat. I don't think it is, but I do think that there is something that is lacking in a relationship, and that person that cheated's mind that put them out there to cheat. And I think it's fair to ask that question. I'll probably do a whole video on cheating when I get home, but you know, I've been cheated on before, and I asked, what did you see that was lacking in me that made you go seek others? And you know, they say it was all them, and I said that's not true. Like, I think that is untrue, and it was untrue. There were things about me that made him want to seek somebody different in certain aspects. Other parts of it is just merely sex, and that's just it. But there's like the emotional aspect and how people have conversations with each other, and somebody might be easier to talk to, and those are things that I wanted to know. I wanted to know whether it's right, wrong. I don't know. No one can say, but he clearly has issue with his wife's appearance, because he's not going after people who look anything like her. He's going after people who are wearing the hair and the eyelashes and exposing, you know, maybe dressed a little bit more feminine and things of that nature. Was he going to cheat anyway? Yes, more than likely. It's who he cheated with that has to do with what his wife no longer does. And I think that's fair to say that she is in this space in her life where, you know, she's frumpy per se. She's a nice looking lady, very nice looking girl, but frumpy and doesn't put any stock in what her appearance has to be. And clearly that affects him, because he's not looking for the same kind of girl. He's looking for what he doesn't have at home. No longer. He no longer has a sexy wife. And he's looking for sexy women to fulfill that part of it. You know, because he can cheat with anybody, and it's just the bottom line. But he didn't. He cheated specifically with a certain type of woman at the end of the day. But the moral of the story is, stop believing everything you hear from these people and taking it as like the gospel, because it's not the gospel. Oh, and stop comparing this man to Jada Pinkett Smith, talking about we forgave her, why can't we forgive him? First of all, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith were both doing their own thing. They grown people, and that's how they want to live their marriage. That is it. It's just that the dude that she did it with had a big mouth because he was young. Will Smith had his own people probably too. Like, let's stop it. And she not over there trying to sell relationship advice and perfection of relationship whatsoever. Okay, so stop comparing two things that don't fit in the same sentence. It's a little annoying. All right, we do it all the time on social media. I'm like, what does one have to do with the other? Like, stop it. But anyway, I'm ready to go home. Tired of filming in front of these little stupid barriers. Kevin Samuels said I had to be fit, feminine, and I think what's the other one? Submissive. So I just came from the gym, so I got my fitness on. Clothes a little fitted, so I don't look like a hobo. So I got my feminine. And you know, I'm willing to let my husband lead, so I'm about to go take a shower because I'm dirty since I just came from the gym. But I wanted to shoot this this video real quick because I kept forgetting. And you know, you guys strike while the iron is hot. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, I'm still trying to build this brand. I can't wait to go home and start getting y'all these cocktail recipes, and we can start getting our little summer drink on, because I'll be home in the summer. And you know, talking to more people. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do, and I will talk to you guys another time. Bye.